Everything coming in 10.2.7. Dark Heart. We know we're getting that Harbinger quest line. Basically, this is the launch of the storyline to the War Within. It's like a pre-patch, okay? Let's see what Mr. GM has to say about everything we're getting in this patch.
Hello there and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to talk about patch 10.2.7 Dark Heart, which is the final patch of the Dragonflight expansion. This patch has a ton of features, and in this video...
Now, what's interesting about this patch real quick is we actually finished out the Dragonflight storyline in the last patch. That was like the official ending of Dragonflight storyline. This patch, as I said, is like the beginning of the War Within storyline.
We're going to go through everything that is coming in this brand new patch, but before we jump into that, guys, just want to thank the sponsor of this video, and that is Starforge Systems. This video was created on a Starforge Systems PC, the best PCs in the universe.
Mr. GM,
with premium
Starforge?
quality and impeccable attention to detail, and white glove service at an accessible price point. All Starforge Systems PCs are built by hand in Austin, Texas by experienced builders who are passionate about what they do. Every computer you buy comes with a full 2-year parts and labor warranty. Starforge are always releasing limited run builds, so keep an eye out for awesome custom limited run computers. And Starforge are now offering custom cases and plate lights, whether you want to build the PC yourself or take your Voyager Pro PC to the next level. So special thanks for Starforge Systems for powering and sponsoring this video. So click the link below to find out what they have to offer. And if you are wondering, their logo is a hammer. Right, so yes, patch 10.2.7 is coming extremely soon, with the launch date being May 7th in the NA region and May 8th in the EU.
That's right.
There is also another feature to this patch called WoW Remix Mr. Pandaria, and that is launching on May 16th globally across all of the regions. That's fantastic. But yes, 10.2.7 is the prelude to the War Within expansion, which is coming up later this summer. So let's talk about what this patch includes. So the main part here is going to be the Harbinger quest lines. This is the Xal'atath quest line, and this is going to give you some context into what is kind of going on from Dragonflight to the War Within. Now, this quest
I think we're going to start to get some of the first hints of whatever the hell is going to happen at Dalaran. We know Dalaran's playing a very pivotal role early in the expansion, if not the pre-patch of the expansion. So, I mean, we're going to start to see what pieces Xal'atath is laying down to lead to the events that eventually lead to, you know, the events at Dalaran.
Line has been kept completely under wraps. However, we do know some of the quest steps or quest names. We're not really sure what they are, but there are 13 of them. That is the Harbinger, the Door to the Render Eye, the Riftwalker's Report, the Cracks in the Void, Galakron's Unrest.
What the hell? Galakron's Unrest? We know that Iridikron has the essence of Galakron in that big coin-looking thing that he used when we were doing that whole the Mega Dungeon. I wonder what Galakron's Unrest could mean. He might be using it at some point. Are we going to get some Iridikron lore in this questline too?
Mile in Her Shoes, Dark Descent, Legacy of the Void, The Path Taken, and B1 Traveler Long I Stood, Defend Telegross Rift, Null and Void, and Radiant Warnings. Obviously, Radiant Warnings being the warnings we saw in the War Within trailer. So yes, this very much takes place in Telegross Rift, the Void Elf starting zone. We saw some new NPCs sprouting up around there.
By the way, Telegross Rift, yes, it's the Void Elf starting zone, and this is one of the most interesting things that was added to it. So a bunch of updates were made to it, and this is a portal to Dalaran. Again, more hints that whatever's happening in Dalaran, whatever leads to its eventual, you know, demise, starts somewhere here. And we are being sent there back to Dalaran to fix whatever's happening or to try to defend it. So this was basically the first hint that Dalaran was going to be very relevant early in the expansion.
Zone. We saw some new NPCs sprouting up around there, which have been encrypted on the PTR, so very much some exciting stuff happening there. The reward from this questline might potentially be a Void version of the Slither Drake, a new skin tone for that, including a new...
Oh my god, this is new. I did not see this. A Void Slither Drake. This thing looks badass.
Eye color as well. But again, that's not confirmed. That was just added in the files, and it seems kind of likely to be the reward there, but we'll have to see what happens with that. But yes, the Xal'atath questline is coming in 10.2.7, and we'll find out what that questline entails once the patch launches. Sticking with encrypted storylines, we also have 2 new heritage armors coming in 10.2.7. So the first one is the Troll heritage armor. This is the Dark Spear Troll heritage armor. This is available in 2 colors, or at least
Really
2
cool.
colors are available in the game files, just called the Dark Spear and the Dark Spear Horde, which is
I just noticed this. I like the snake, the armored snake wrapped around the wrist. That's pretty
slightly
cool.
more red.
Obviously,
this is a
the
really cool
coolest
looking
part.
set. Not too sure on the helm there, but the back piece looks cool. I love the shoulders. But yeah, a very troll looking set, as you'd expect. To get the set, the requirement is to just have a level 50 troll. You don't need any exalted reps or anything like that. And you can actually do it on a character boost if you just want to experience the quest line.
Nice.
The other heritage armor is the Draenei heritage armor. This again has the same requirement of just a level 50 Draenei. There are 2 versions of this set as well. You have Embrace the Lost Emberi and Endurance of the Temple of Talamat. So these are just 2 different variants of the same set. Again,
The shoulders of this set are cool, but they're all right actually. The rest of this set just looks very much like like these are refugee Draenei rather than Draenei from Draenor, and they're using their original heritage as the armor. I didn't think this set was that cool, but it's okay.
not too sure if we're going to see both of them, but those are the ones in the game files. This one also does feature 2 different designs of helms, so you'll be able to choose between those. And this set
Helm's
obviously
not bad.
takes a lot of inspiration from the original kind of concept art of the Draenei from Burning Crusade. So that's really cool, nice little throwback there. So yeah, Troll and Draenei heritage armors and their accompanying quest lines will be available on launch of 10.2.7. Next up, let's talk about the big ticket item of 10.2.7, and this is of course WoW Remix Mr. Pandaria. So this is a time-limited event starting on May 16th globally, as mentioned, and running until speculated August 19th. But again, we don't really know for sure. That's just what the alpha calendar is showing. The long short of this is
Interesting that it ends towards the end of August. There may be an expansion launch time. Near end of August? Yeah, could be.
essentially, it is re-experiencing the entirety of Mr. Pandaria at an accelerated rate, leveling from 10 to 70. Basically, this is a really fun way to level your characters through Mr. Pandaria from 10 to 70, and once the event ends, the character can join all of your regular characters in the war within. So, yeah, it's kind of like its own little phase. You can't leave Pandaria or anything like that. But yeah, the point of this is just accelerated leveling and content, allowing you to take on nearly every quest, scenario, dungeon, and raid.
Yeah, also all the transmog you get from this event, as I said earlier, gets to carry over as well. So everything you unlock, there's going to be new colorways of all the stuff from the raids. It's a really cool thing. Also, the big Garrosh shoulders, the Tusks of Manaroth, one of the rarest transmogs in the game. Evidently, you're going to be able to get it from this at a higher drop rate, so that's pretty cool.
So yeah, as mentioned, you can't leave Pandaria. You jump straight into Jade Forest with scenarios and
Maybe
dungeons from
pre-patch in
level
August,
10.
maybe,
This also includes the patch content, so like patch 5.1 Landfall, you do at level 20. Then you start doing level up raids from level 25, which is incredible. Once you hit 70, you can do heroic raids. So yeah, there's just tons of content here. It is just Mr. Pandaria.
It's completely broken too, by the way. This is not just accelerated leveling. This puts you into like a god mode. You're going to have new powers. It's essentially like Torghast powers on crack in the real world. You go full god mode in this. Like I've seen raid people when they were testing this, raiding with like a couple tunes, and they were just basically melting and deleting bosses in the raid, just with a couple people.
You're just locked in Pandaria
like a
to
fun
just
thing.
level up, do scenarios, and all that old stuff that's, you know, kind of stuff you probably haven't done for a while. As you level up, though, all of the gear and things like that are completely different. You have, like, different gems you can put in there to enhance your leveling, to enhance your character, and you just get stronger and stronger as you level up. You'll also have an artifact cloak called the Cloak of Infinite Potential. This gains power as you level, so the stats are dropped from literally anything in the world, like a treasure, an NPC, or whatever, and the stats go onto your cloak and gives you, like,
Making a monk should
percentage
be
of
fun for
different
this.
stats and things, including experience. So yeah, you want to level that up as much as you can. The best thing about this cloak as well is if you were to make another Mr. Pandaria character, they will have all of those powers you previously gained. So
Oh, nice.
massive advantage there for leveling many ults.
So each alt after your first alt gets better and better and better and more powerful. That's pretty cool.
In 10.2.7.
I didn't know about that.
All the rewards from this use a new currency called Bronze. This is a currency that's dropped from literally anything in Pandaria, NPCs, quests.
Look, not enough people are talking about this bronze. I honestly want to say it again. This is the most insane thing about this whole thing. This bronze is essentially a universal currency across the entirety of this event. Like, forget, when it comes to badges or awards or currency or whatever, this is it. This is what you get for getting gear. You can use it to buy gear. You can use it to upgrade gear. You can use it to, not repair gear, but buy mounts. Like, this thing covers everything. And it's been something that I've talked about a lot in WoW before. I'm like, why do we have 36 new currencies every time a new patch drops? Well, this is the way to fix it. Blizzard literally dropped an entire event with one currency that covers everything. I wish they would put this in the game.
Chess, all that kind of stuff.
Make
You're going to get a ton of this. Basically,
again.
there's all these new vendors in every zone in the Infinite Bazaar. There are 32 brand new mounts available for you to purchase with bronze, but also rare mounts, like rare drop mounts, are also available to buy. Also, transmog ensembles, so you have like recolors of the trading post set. You have a new Shadow Pan set. You have all of the questing sets from Pandaria, all of the class sets from all the raids on all difficulties, and potentially the Tusk of Manaroth will also be available to purchase with bronze. Also, toys from Miss Pandaria, pets, and there are just a ton of achievements linked to this. But yes, WoW Remix Pandaria is definitely the big kind of feature of 10.2.7. It's going to be great. We're going to be able to level a ton of characters super quick, do all of the old kind of Pandaria raids and things like that. I'm really looking forward to it, being able to get some of those rare mounts a bit more easily through buying it with bronze is going to be really nice as well. So yeah, just a kind of separate leveling experience coming on May 16th globally, which is also very exciting. So more global releases, please, Blizzard. If you do want to see like a whole video going over all the details and all the specifics, I do have it on the channel. I'll link it down below. Yeah, I went over every detail of this over the kind of like testing weekend. So if you want to check that out, I'll leave a link below in the description. Other features of 10.2.7 include a personal tabard.
Oh, yeah.
So this is a brand new tabard, which kind of works the same as a guild tabard.
I said it before. This is really cool. You know, you'll be able to make a tabard for yourself basically just from, you know, without needing a guild or anything like that. I'm still waiting for them to be able to basically draw the logo. Whatever logo you want, draw a custom logo, put it on your tabard. Like I said before, though, it's obviously going to become a bunch of penis logos, and that's probably the reason they've never implemented it.
But it's personal, which you can
still,
design
like
with all the same customizations as a guild tabard, and you can just make that how you want it to look like, which is kind of nice. This is an account-bound unlock, and the way to unlock is just a simple quest with Chromie, which starts in Val Draken. But once that is unlocked, you can purchase that on all of your alts. The design is a personal design and not account-wide. So if you do make a really cool design on one character, you can't use that on another. You just have to remake it. So yeah, but yeah, a nice little personal tabard thing. Definitely something.
It would be cool if you could save the tabard and basically put it in all your warband characters to basically make your warband feel like a guild. I feel like that's kind of a missed opportunity on Blizzard's part. You should be able to save these designs.
I've wanted for a long time. Speaking of things people wanted for a long time, the Hunter Stables is getting a huge overhaul in 10.2.7.
Yeah.
So the pet preview window is now way, way larger. There's a ton more information about the pet, including list of abilities. Pets can be favorited. The stable list is now searchable, so you can find your favorite pet just by searching their name or their spec or their abilities. Super easy. It's a really nice design, honestly. You could also rename your pet directly from the stables, or you can just actually rename it straight from right-clicking the pet window on your character, and you can just keep renaming it as well, which is amazing. You don't need to worry about that too much at all. Pets can also be released directly from the stables without having to summon them. And for Beast Mastery hunters, you can actually pick the pet which is summoned by the Animal Companion talent. So yeah, very nice quality of life changes there to the hunter stables, and a definite much needed redesign for it. So looking forward to that for sure. Couple of minor changes coming in 10.2.7. So Dragonflight Renown quests are now available. So no matter what your renown is on any characters, all of the max level renown quest lines will be available to all of your characters. So if you want to jump in and catch up on some of those.
That's great, because I actually have a lot of renown quests that I never did because I just stopped grinding renown. I didn't do anything.
You don't have the renown,
so
that is no longer a requirement, so you can go and do those quest lines if you haven't, just to keep you busy in 10.2.7. There's also a new quest line called Sins of the Sister. This is started by Malfurion in the Terrace of the Moon in Belemeth. I believe it's for both Alliance and Horde. This is a level 70 quest line. I'm not going to give too much away, but it is a story quest about Korolev's sister, and it does actually reward a toy at the end, and this toy spawns like a flower and a cute little storm. But yeah, very good quest line. Definitely read all the quest texts there. A bit heavy. But yeah, certainly a good quest line for sure. Bit random though, but yeah, just kind of thrown in there. It's called Sins of the Sister. You can go check it out. While you're there on Belemeth, you can check out the new boat as well. There's a new boat that will travel from Belemeth docks, the northern section of the zone, over to southern Gilneas, to the Storm Glen village. Yep, not too sure why, but you know, that's fun.
Yeah, it's player.
Surprise! Happy birthday, Squidward!
Oh, thank you.
Happy birthday! Happy birthday cake! Happy birthday!
Thank you. Yeah, for the affiliate anniversary. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. Thanks, Cadence. Good morning, Elena. Yeah, is player housing coming to WoW? That was my question. Because all these revamped cities, all these things happening for these cities that essentially are empty, it makes no sense. Unless you are planning on giving players the option to live in those cities, have their player houses there, and you're also adding transportation between these cities. I don't know, man. Everyone's been saying, "Oh, could this mean player housing?" We know Silvermoon's getting a revamp. Lordaeron is eventually going to get revamped slash Undercity. All these things happening. Why? Why? Unless you're going to give people a reason to go to these cities, why are you putting all these new assets in the game? Could be.
You could go check that out if you like. And, obviously Alliance only, I'd imagine, is at Miscellaneous. But yeah, if you want to go and take a fun little boat ride from Belmath to Miscellaneous, that is now something you can do.
Player housing achievement.
So it's nice to see
unlocked.
those docks being used, for sure. Another feature you can expect in 10.2.7 is a new filter for the Premier Group Finder. I know add-ons probably do all of this already, but now you can do it by default. You can pick specific dungeons, whether your role is available in a group, whether none of your class is already in the group, whether a tank or
This
healer...
is cool. So this is essentially, there's an add-on that does this already where you can filter groups based on a lot of this stuff. I always like seeing them implement basically what once required an add-on is now in game without needing one. I think that's great. The less add-ons you need to play WoW, the better.
Is already in the group, the minimum Mythic Plus rating, and the difficulty, and a bunch of other filters as well. Just a ton of different options you can use with the pre-made group finder to find groups a bit easier from 10.2.7. So a nice little quality of life change there. As mentioned, it is something that add-ons do use, but now you can just
I need
get
a way to filter out Valpera. If they give me that, then I'll be happy.
rid of another add-on and go from the default if that works for you.
Minimum Mythic Plus rating, 69. I know what you're doing there, Dan. Don't think I missed that, Mr. GM. I know what you're doing.
For you. Also, as well, ensembles. So when you're inspecting an ensemble from 10.2.7, it'll actually show you all of the items included in that bundle, so you can actually view each item independently. This is a great change. We've needed this for a very long time. So if you're looking at some of those like PvP arsenal weapons, you can look at all of the weapons individually and see all the weapons you're going to get from that arsenal. Big change, great change for collectors, definitely. Another minor change, which removes another add-on, is dragon riding races will now be featured on the map and can be toggled with a map filter. So don't know why this was never in the game by default anyway, but yes, no matter where you are, you can see.
I feel like I already had these. It's probably an add-on. Again, this is another thing probably that add-ons were showing for us that now you won't need an add-on for anymore.
All of the dragon riding races. A couple of updates to some mounts. So we have the Tyvan mount is getting some animation fixes in 10.2.7. It's getting a lot bigger, and it's got a new kind of run, which is more of like a trot, which is kind of nice. There was a lot of community pushback when they made the model a bit smaller. So yes, now from 10.2.7, it is big again. So that's exciting. Also, B-mounts and similar mounts to the B-mount are now running on the ground instead of hovering in the air when they're idle and moving around, which is kind of nice. This is obviously just to accommodate like dynamic flight when that comes in from the War Within pre-patch. And finally, some incredible, unbelievable customization changes coming in 10.2.7, and that is, of course, 6 new hair colors for the Cult Tyrant.
There it is.
And there we go. That is everything coming in 10.2.7 Darkheart. As mentioned, it launches very soon, or is already launched, depending on when you watch this video. But very excited for the Xanathath questline. I think it's going to be an absolute banger. Curious on the Troll and Draenei Heritage armors. Miss a Pandaria remix is just going to keep me busy for a very long time.
Yeah, it's
going
to
be
fun.
Some like nice minor changes coming in as well, which is really nice as we roll into pre-patch. That'll be actually the next patch after this one is going to be the War Within pre-patch, which is crazy to think that Dragonfly is over. Absolutely madness. But guys, thank you very much for watching. Let me know down below what you think of patch 10.2.7 Darkheart. Are you going to be playing it? Are you going to continue season 4? War Within pre-patch coming very soon as well, so looking forward to that. So if you like this video, guys, please do leave a like on it and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you want to support me outside of YouTube, I'm also on Patreon and I'm on Twitter at Mr. GMYT, and I have a partner Discord channel as well. And as mentioned, I am streaming on twitch.tv/MrGM. I've been streaming a lot of the War Within alpha testing. It has been so much fun. So if you want to check me out, breaking the alpha, finding new stuff, having a great time over there, guys, seeing what's coming up with the War Within, I'm over there on twitch.tv/MrGM every single day. And with that, guys, I'll see you next time.
Yes. Great video. Great video. Look, a lot of the stuff coming in 10.2.7. I feel like, 10.2.7 is like kind of like a filler patch, right, between what we got now and pre-patch, but it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to get some good lore out of it, some cool events to do, and obviously, Pandaria time running is going to be hyper replayable. A lot of fun stuff should come out of that. I'm very excited for this patch, and the amount of content we've been getting out of WoW lately has been insane. The most ever. It feels like everything is just around the corner. And again, this one, whenever you're watching this video, May 7th, which is just next week for us as of right now. So very exciting stuff. Great video from Mr. GM.